Today, we're going to be talking about 7 powerful Pinterest tools that you can use to help automate, grow, and ultimately win with Pinterest. Links to all of these tools will be linked down in the description. Let's jump right in. So the first tool that we are going to be talking about today is one that has helped me automate my Pinterest pinning quite a bit. And it's one that I think that has flown under the radar a lot. I don't think a lot of people know about this one. And it's called Repurpose.io. And basically what this allows you to do is to connect all of your popular social media platforms. And if you post on one, it will automatically cross post to all the other ones. And the best part is it will do it without that annoying TikTok watermark or any of those watermarks that get put on there. So what I have right now is a automation flow that whenever I post to my TikTok, that video automatically gets taken and uploaded and posted into Pinterest as well, all without me having to do a single thing, but it gets even better than that. And you can see some of these platforms are sources and some of them are destinations. If it's a source, it means that you can post there and then use that video to cross promote on other ones. If it's a destination, it means it can only be sent over to that video. So you can see you can't unfortunately take videos on your Pinterest account and cross post them to TikTok or Facebook, but you can take any TikTok videos and post them to your Pinterest account. And that's what I have set up here. So when we come back over to this workflow, you can see right now, the way that it's working is every time I post a TikTok, it will automatically go through and post to my Pinterest account. But on top of that, connected this after I already had gone through and made some TikTok, you can see if I view content here, it allows you to go through and actually schedule any of the posts that you've done previously, because I've done over 200 TikToks inside of here. So if I wanted to go through and let's say schedule this TikTok right here into my Pinterest account, I can hit schedule. It's going to take me here. And then from here, it's going to ask me to go through and change the title, the description. You can go through and add more keywords inside of here. You can go through and change the link. And then from here, you can either publish now or you can schedule this out. And you can see I already have a ton of different ones scheduled out for the month. So now I can go through and put this one right here, schedule, and we're off to the races. This is a perfect way to integrate, say that you've already been creating a lot of short form content with TikTok or YouTube Shorts or anything like that. This allows you to take all that content and literally schedule it out inside of your Pinterest account and have everything ready to go in a matter of seconds, honestly, as you can see here. And then we can hit schedule here, this one. And just like that, it is now scheduled. If we wanted to take one of these and just literally post it to our Pinterest account, we can hit schedule here. And then instead of scheduling it, we can just hit publish now. And then that is going to just send it directly to our Pinterest account. The next tool we are going to be talking about is called Pin Groupie. Now, Pin Groupie was originally created to help you find group boards, which still can be helpful today. But to be honest, I think it's a little bit overrated and less used in the Pinterest of 2023. And I think they're a little less important. But where this tool can come in handy is going through and finding popular pins. This is the way that I like to use this tool. Let's say that I am getting into the yoga niche and I want to figure out what kind of pins are performing really well. This gives you a really nice chart to go through and say, okay, which pins are performing well in the yoga industry by saves in descending order. It's going to go through and give us a search here. And then you can see now by saves, it's going to give us some of the most popular pins on Pinterest for yoga. And the cool thing is if you go through and click on this, it will give you a little bit more data as well. So you can see total saves over the last 90 days. It's gotten less saves, so it's not trending as much anymore. But here's the saves over time for this particular pin. It shows you the link, the domain, and then when it was added. So this was added all the way back in 2021 and last crawled August 2023. So you can see this thing had a really good run inside of Pinterest and is still getting pins, but it looks like it's plateauing a little bit. So now you're like, okay, maybe that's not performing as well anymore. Let's go through and find one that's kind of popping off. You can see there's this one right here. You can click on this, and then now you can see pin growth over the last 90 days is saves over the last 90 days is 3,000 basically. And you can see this was posted back in 2021 as well, and it's still going very strong. You can view it on Pinterest as well. If you wanted to look at a different metric besides saves, you can go through and do that. You can do date added, last crawled, all those different things. So very helpful for going through and finding pins, kind of viral pins or pin ideas. Obviously, you don't want to go through and copy like the top ones inside of here, but it's a great way to find trends and things that are really working in your niche. And once you've gone through and found things that are working for your niche, that's where the third tool comes into play, and this is Tailwind. Tailwind is probably one of the tools that I use the most for my Pinterest account. Tailwind is great for automating pinning. You can schedule out a lot of things and also create a lot of pins. Image pins specifically is the way that I use this. So you can see this is my content calendar for September, and I have pins scheduled for pretty much every single day here using Tailwind. They make it very easy to go through and create a lot of pins at once. Basically, the way that it works is you can come over here to create, and what I like to do is go through and drop one of my blog posts into this site URL right here. So let's just go through and add one of our blog posts, and you can do this for any kind of page that you have. And what it's going to do is it's going to crawl that page and grab all of the images inside of there, so you can go through and easily pop them into a Pinterest pin. So you can see I can go through and grab all of these, and just like that, I mean, you have hundreds of different templates and designs that you can go through and use. Now, obviously you may not like the color scheme or the font or anything like that, but they make it very easy to go through and change the text inside of here. So you can change the title text to be anything that you want. You can change the font. So I usually like to go with more of a bolder older font. So we'll go here and then click on that, and then we can exit, and you can see that went through and changed the font. And then the color palette, I think, is the biggest thing that makes the difference. Like, I don't love this kind of mint green kind of color. So you can go through and change this to maybe more of a neutral colors inside of here. And if you wanted, you can go through and change out the images as well. So you can see right here, you can change it to multiple photos or one photo. So if you only wanted one photo per template, you could go through and do that. I mean, look at this. Like, this was designed in less than 30 seconds, as you saw, and that's a beautiful looking pin that I could go through and now only post. But if I wanted to, I could select it here. You can go through and do edits and things like that inside of the pins as well. But as you see, we come over here to review designs. From this point, then I can actually go through and post this pin onto my Pinterest account. I can either schedule it or post it right away. They also do have this nice little feature called Ghostwriter AI, which allows you to go through and write headlines and descriptions using AI, which is really nice. So you can see here, if we go to schedule and then confirm, it will take us to this little page that allows us to go through and add a title, description, and then if we wanted to use this little ghostwriter, we can click on that and we can say, I'm posting about informational content about a modern board and batten accent wall, and then hit generate pin ideas. And then you can see it will go through and give me a pin title and a pin description, which is pretty awesome. On top of that, you do, as I showed you before, it does have the calendar as well. And then I do like it for the insights. And in this Pinterest insights, you can see things like your profile performance, your follower count, your pin count as well. You can go over and see like how many followers you're getting a day, which is something that you can't see inside of Pinterest, and that's an insight that I really like to look at. We have board insights, pin inspection, and then top pins as well. So lots of things that you can do inside of Pinterest. It's kind of like an all-in-one platform inside of here, and one that I would certainly recommend if you're taking Pinterest seriously. And one of the best parts about Tailwind is if you click the link down below in the description, you'll see they have a free forever plan, which actually gives you a lot for a free forever plan. You can see you get 20 posts per month, 10 ghostwriter credits, and then if you decide that you like this, you can go through and upgrade. I'm personally on the advanced plan because I find it is super helpful to have the ghost credits and the 1,000 posts. But whatever works for you, you can go through and get a free account forever, which is really awesome for Tailwind to do. The fourth tool on today's list is a tool called Pin Inspector. Now, if you've watched videos before of mine, you know that this is a tool that I use pretty often. This is a tool that I use for in-depth keyword research. This is probably the best way to gather lots of keyword data all in one sitting. Basically, the way that this works is when you go through and download Pin Inspector, you can go through and type in a keyword. Let's say that we're sticking with our theme of yoga, and we can search Pin Inspector. And what it's going to do is it's going to give us the top keywords based on rank. I think almost like 100 different keywords all in one sitting. So it's going to give us all the top, and you can see literally in a click of a button, it is now giving me 205 keywords related to yoga based on rank on which ones get the most search volume. This is perfect for not only keyword research, but for board research and for really taking your SEO game inside of Pinterest to the next level. On top of that, you can go through and do the same thing for pins, boards, and people. An overall great tool. I'll leave a link down below to a full tutorial on how to use Pin Inspector if you are interested. The fifth tool may come as a little bit of a surprise and one that maybe people don't think about, but another really good tool in the Pinterest arsenal is Fiverr. If you're ever short on time, some really talented people to go through and create pins for you or to help manage some of your Pinterest account, if you click here on Fiverr and just type in Pinterest, you can see things. I personally like to use it for Pinterest pin design when I have something kind of custom that I'm looking for. And there's lots of really talented people that can go through and make a lot of pins for you for a very reasonable price, in my opinion. So this is another good tool to go through and use to help you grow inside of Pinterest. If you also needed somebody to go through and manage your Pinterest account, you can find Pinterest marketers, people who have been using Pinterest for a very long time inside of Fiverr. You can see here's an example of a listing who someone will go through and design 5 pins for you for $5, and these look really beautiful. I mean, these are great looking pins. This is something that I would go through and purchase. You can go through and even get a premium for 30 pins for $20. But if you don't want to go through and pay somebody to go through and design your pins, I have 2 other tools here that can really help with that process. This next one is a kind of newer tool that's called Pin Generator. And Pin Generator, basically the way that it works is you can take one of your URLs right here. Let's take this email marketing template on shopzocomarketing.com. We're going to go through and paste the URL inside of here and click generate pins. From there, it's going to take us to an interface that will go through and generate a bunch of pins taking images from the URL that I provided. You see it's going to pull up a dashboard that looks like this. These are all the images that were inside of here. You can use all of them or you can select or deselect certain ones. So we're just going to hit all of them right here. And just like that, you now have, 12 pins. You can generate even more. So if you wanted to generate 13, 14, you can go through and hit generate pins. We're just going to stick with the 12 here. Now, similar to Tailwind, you can see that I don't really love the color scheme that it's giving off right now, but I do like the actual designs themselves. So what we can do is go through and change the colors and fonts inside of here. So if we wanted to change it to any kind of color, you could do that, or you can change it to like a font that looks something like this. That's a little bit more on brand for me. You can also go through and put your brand colors inside of there as well. You can use all colors and fonts or just use one color, which is kind of nice. I kind of like just a simple kind of design there. And then you can go through and change the templates. You can randomize them or use one of the selected templates that you've used before. And then you do have the images where you can go through and show full images available in the space or show random. So if you wanted to click here, it will just show the entire image inside of this. So we're going to go through and hit back because these aren't sized the right way. So I really like this one over here. This is a great one as well. Now, once you've gotten the designs to how you want them to be, you can do as well as you come over here to the AI options, and you can rewrite titles with AI and rewrite descriptions. And you can also go through and do bulk settings to set all the titles, descriptions, outbound links, URLs, and then brand name as well. There's Etsy store options here as well for those who are running Etsy stores. And once that's all done, you can either schedule all of these pins, or if you wanted to go through and schedule one of them, let's say that I really like this design right here, I can go through and pin that directly to Pinterest. I can schedule it out, or I can actually download the pin, edit the pin, rewrite the title with AI. You can go through and shuffle to get like a different image as well. So there's like all of these different ones. Sometimes nice to just go through. This is another good one. I like this one right here. And then you can duplicate, lock this design, or edit the template as well. So all sorts of different options that you can do with this pin generator. Another great way to generate a lot of pins and schedule them out. And with this tool as well, if you click the link down below, you can get a 7-day free trial to see if this is something that you like. But here's what their packages look like. So another great tool for creating pins. And of course, the last tool we're going to be talking about today is Canva. Canva is a great way to go through and design your own pins if you want a little bit more control and less automation. It takes a little bit more time to go through and design inside of Canva, but they make it really nice with all sorts of pin templates. If you come over here to file and you just search for, you go to create a new design and search Pinterest, see they have all the different sizes that you need. When you click on that, it will take you to something that looks like this, where you have different templates where you can go through and design any kind of niche that you're looking for. So if you're in the food niche, you can grab this. It allows you to drag and drop everything and put them, change the fonts, change the colors, do anything that you really need to this design. Don't want to change that. You can see I can go through and change this color right here to, you know, this over here. I can go through and change the image. All done. You can go through and pin it directly to your Pinterest account if you have connected your Pinterest account, or schedule these pins out. I personally use Pinterest when I want to create one single design, and then I like to use Tailwind or Pin Generator to generate massive amounts of pins in a more automated fashion. And there you have 7 powerful tools to help you automate, grow, and win inside of Pinterest. If you want to win even more inside of Pinterest and have winning strategies, I recommend checking out this video right here, and we'll see you in the next one.